This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Welcome to We Connect. The Freemasons have been in India for over 275 years, and currently there are 18,000 Freemasons in our country alone. It's often seen as a secret society, but what's it really all about? Well, our guest today is Dr. B. Biswakumar. He was recently installed as the Grandmaster of the Freemasons here in this country. Thank you very much for being here. Dr. Biswakumar, why have you suddenly decided to talk to me on television?
I think the recent events of coverage in the press, I think has kindled an interest in the television people to find out more about us. So we thought we should not be, whatever information that we can divulge at this stage without compromising on our ancient landmarks as we call them, is not bad. So we thought we would, a television interview is not out of place.
Right. So when did the Masons actually decide to open up and tell the world at least some of what they are doing?
In India, about 10 years ago, I would say, we decided to hold what are known as public sessions or open sessions. We call them divine service or open sessions, in which we invite the public and show them a little bit of how we conduct ourselves, how we get into our lodge, go out of our lodge, how our Grandmaster is received and taken out in procession, and what our relationship with the scriptural studies are. So we used to read portions of the scriptures in these meetings and relate them to our own process of building our inner temple.
Right. Well, I had the rare privilege of actually being invited by you into your Grand Lodge here in Chennai City. But can you actually blame people for having different kind of misconceptions, if that's the right word, about Freemasons?
Yeah, I cannot blame them at all, because it has been right from the beginning an exclusive society. Right from the word go, where we think the Freemasonry originated probably from the guilds of operative Masons which worked in the 13th and 14th centuries in England and Europe. They have kept themselves as exclusive groups of men who kept a trade secret, and that trade secret, when the trade died out and the gentry of the town started mingling with them, and they became more in number rather than the operative Masons themselves, who faded out in number. Such secrets have been kept all along.
Right. Doctor, what's the point of keeping all this secret? Why? I mean, what's going on there that it should be so secret?
What is secret in our meetings is only the way one recognizes each other and the various gradations that a man has to go through to become reach a certain level of proficiency in Masonry. So we keep the secret what the second grade man should not know before he reaches the grade is a secret.
So are
what
you
the
trying
third grade man should not know is kept as a secret.
So I'm sorry, are you trying to say that even within the Masons, there's something that one Mason knows that another one doesn't know?
Correct. Absolutely right, because there are gradations until he reaches a stage of a full-fledged Mason. He is still in the foundling stage. He is still in the stage of being groomed into a what we call as a master Mason. Until he reaches that stage, certain things are kept away from him. So they will be divulged to him only if he reaches a particular stage. And after he reaches a master Mason, there is no secrets beyond that.
So you have no secrets. There's nothing about the Masons that you don't know.
No, no secrets that I don't know.
Is it a boys' club?
It has always been so, because the original people who worked in building the cathedrals and big mansions and palaces, they were all men. There were no women engaged in the operative Masonry trade those days, and so it belonged to the men all the time. And when this evolved into what is known as a Freemasonry or non-operative, or as we call it, the speculative masonry, it remained as a men's club or the boys club, as we call it.
Yeah, but there was one woman who was a Mason once upon a time,
Yeah,
Mrs.
yeah,
Aldworth. I
yeah,
was
the
reading
legend.
about her. So quite by accident she became a Mason,
Quite
right?
right. She is supposed to have peeped into a hole and found out what these men were doing, and they found her out. So they necessarily had to make her a Mason.
They hadn't a choice, really.
They had no choice.
Apparently she was so frightened
Yes.
that she tried to scamper away, and she
Correct.
was probably dragged kicking and screaming.
Correct.
And made a Mason.
Yes.
So what
So
about
she was made a Mason, and she remained a very ardent Mason. In the years that she lived, it is very much mentioned that she remained a very committed Mason, even though she was a lady and amongst all these men. She is supposed to have said all good things about Masonry.
Okay. Didn't she ever try to bring in any other women into the Masonry?
No, they were not. They were not relenting.
No? Perhaps they
think they
too needed to
relented.
peep through the keyhole,
Yes,
right?
perhaps.
Okay.
And since then, we have closed all our keyholes.
I'd imagine so. But you know, at your ceremony when you were made
Installation.
at your installation when you were made the Grandmaster, I found a lot of curiosity on the part of the families who were there, and so I was wondering that how does a Mason actually keep all these secrets even from his own family? Couldn't it be the cause of marital discord in a way?
No, it has never caused many marital discourse as far as I know, but then the curiosity has always been there. In fact, even my wife used to ask me about this. I will give her my ritual book and ask her to read, and she cannot make head or tail out of what is written there. So beyond that, they are not curious in the sense, over the years, the family itself sees the development in the man, the transformation that happens in a man over the years, and he remains a Mason. The inner development, his conduct with the family, his conduct with the society, his attitude to the society, his behavior in the society will automatically get transformed. So they see only the good that is happening in the man, and they are prepared to forget the secrets.
Right. So we'll come back in a bit and talk about that good and the development from an individual's point of view. We'll just get back to you. We'll just take a very short break on We Connect and get right back with more.